Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning, everybody. Today, as I promised you, this is a revision for Unit 10 numbers about rational and irrational number. I'll solve with you exercise 6 star as a revision for all the previous lesson. Okay? So please attention with me. I want from you to start to solve it yourself and then see the video, check your answer, and also I'll make copy from my answer to you inshallah, and I send it to you in the WhatsApp group. Okay, let's start here. I prepared the answer in a paper to be easier. Okay, I am in exercise 6 star, page 359. Question 5 asked, which of these are rational number? Okay, so here to decide if the number is rational or irrational, you have to solve the problem in the beginning and then decide according to the answer. Square root of 3 square, so I'll multiply it by itself, so any square root multiplied by itself equal the number down it. 3 is a number, I can put it as 3 over 1, so it is a rational number. Okay, square root of 13 is third, so it is a rational number. Square root of 5 plus square root of 5, solve it in the beginning. 1 square root of 5 plus 1 square root of 5, I'll write square root of 5 just one time, and 1 plus 1 equal 2, so 2 square root of 5. Now it is irrational number. Here I have 0.23 recurring decimal, so when we solve it, it will be 23 over 99, so I can put it as fraction a over b, but b not equal 0, so it is a rational number. So in question 1, exercise 6 star, page 359, what are the rational number in question 1? The first square root of 3 power 2 and recurring decimal 23. In question number 2, find a rational number between square root of 7 and square root of 11. What I said to you in this lesson, I said to you, use your calculator, find the value of square root of 7, find the value of square root of 11, like this. This is the square root of 7, 2.6 and blah blah blah. Okay, square root of 11, 3.3 and so on. Okay, so I can take number between them. I have 2.6 and 3.3. We can take 3, we can take 0.7, we can take 2.8, we can take 2.9, we can take 3.1, 3.2. I prefer to take 3. This is my answer, and we can find a different answer but between 2.3 and 3.3. Now another question, number 3, find an irrational number between 6 and 7. Here I have irrational, I want rational, and here I have rational, I want irrational. So what I can do here? I square both numbers. So 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49. I'll not take square root of 36 because it will give me 6. I'll not take square root of 49 because it will give me 7. So I'll take any square root between 36 and 49. I took square root of 40. Like, teacher, we can take square root of 37? You can. Square root of 38? You can. We can take square root of 42? You can. But more than 36, less than 49. In this question, write 4 square root of 11 as a square root of single number. That's to say, I want to take this 4, take it again inside the square root. As you know, this 4, 2, take it inside the square root, I have to make it 4 square, so it will be 4 times 4. Now, 4 square root of 11, I'll take this 4, make it square root of 16 times the square root of 11. Now multiply 16 by 11, you will get the answer 176. By this way, I write it as the square root of single number. Now, he said in exercise 6 star, page 359, for question 5 to 11, simplify. here it's the subtraction, difference. I have a square root of 5, a square root of 5. So I'll write square root of 5 just one time and take 5 minus 3 equal 2. Arrange your writing to write the whole number in the beginning and then the third. So it will be 2 square root of 5. In case of multiplication, you will multiply the whole numbers together. So multiply 5 times 3 and then multiply square root of 5 times the square root of 5. 5 times 3 equal 15. Square root of 5 times the square root of 5 equal 5. So 5 times 15 equals 75. Okay, this is multiplication. So we have subtraction, multiplication. Another problem here, number 7. He said square root of 242. I'll make factorizing for this number. As you see, a number end with 2, so I can divide by 2. Equal 121. I think all of us memorize table 11. 11 times 11 equal 121. So divided by 11 equal 11. Divided by 11 equal 1. So what are the factors of 242? I can write them under the square root. We can make it as 121 multiplied by 2. Okay, no need to complete here because I can split them into two square roots. Square root of 121 times the square root of 2. Square root of 121 equal 11. So it will be 11 square root of 2. Okay, so easily I change 242 into 121 multiplied by 2. I make them into separate square roots. So here square root of 121 times the square root of 2. The answer here is 11 and here is still square root of 2. Okay, in question number 8, it's subtraction, but it is not allowed to me to subtract different square roots. So I'll take square root of 54 aside like this and try to simplify it. 54 comes from 9 times 6, so I have two square roots, square root of 9, square root of 6. Square root of 9 give me 3, square root of 6 is still the same, and then take this answer instead of 54. So I have 7 multiply 3 square root of 6 like this, minus square root of 24. Let's simplify it. Square root of 4 times the square root of 6. Square root of 4 give me 2, square root of 6 is still the same. So instead of square root of 24, I'll put 2 square root of 6 like this. Now 7 times 3 equal 21 square root of 6 minus 2 square root of 6. I'll write square root of 6 just one time and 21 minus 2 equal 19. So this is answer number 8. In question number 9, maybe I explain quickly, but you have a chance to stop the video at any time you want and hear the explanation, okay? Because when the video take a long time from me, it will be a problem to upload it. Okay, so here in question number 9, and also if you have any problem, you don't understand it, tell me as I explain to you in WhatsApp group. In question number 9, also simplify. Here I have fraction 3 over square root of 27 minus 2 over square root of 48. Banat, this revision exercise contains all the ideas we took in the previous lessons. Here I'll take square root of 27 aside and simplify it. It will be 9 times 3, so it will be 3 square root of 3. And I'll take square root of 48 aside and simplify it. As you see here, it's 6 times 8. Or we can say it's 4 times 3. And finally, it will be 4 square root of 3. Instead of square root of 27, I'll put 3 square root of 3. I rewrite the fraction 3 up, and instead of square root of 27, it's simplification 3 square root of 3 minus 2 up, and instead of square root of 48, I'll put its answer or simplification 4 square root of 3. You can simplify now up and down, cancel 3 with 3, but don't forget to put up 1 over square root of 3. Now divided by 2 equal 1, divided by 2 equal 2. So it will be 1 over 2 square root of 3, like this. Now I have subtraction. What about the denominators? Not like, but I can make this way as I explained before to you. Multiply down and multiply cross, but please in order from left to right, because it's subtraction. It is not allowed to you to change the order. So I multiply down square root of 3 times 2 square root of 3. And up 1 multiply 2 square root of 3 minus 1 multiply square root of 3, like this. Equal what? Let's try. I'll write the up to the same, and the down square root of 3 times square root of 3 equal 3 times 2 equal 6. So here 2 square root of 3 minus 1 square root of 3 equal 1 square root of 3. So the final answer is square root of 3 over 6, like this. In case of question 10, this is the idea to expand and simplify. I have a brackets power 2. That's to say the brackets multiply by itself. You can take the square root of 18 distributed by all the second brackets, then negative square root of 2 distributed by all the brackets, and collect the like numbers together like this. You will get the answer 8. Also in number 11, take care. I have what? I have square root of 7 minus 2 square root of 2. وبعدين 7 plus 3 square root of 2. So I'll take square root of 7, multiply square root of 7, give me 7. And square root of 7, multiply positive 3 square root of 2, equal 3, and 2 multiply 7 equal square root of 14. Negative 2 square root of 2 times 7, 8 times square root of 7. So negative 2 square root of 2 times square root of 7 equals square root of 14. Negative square root of 2 times positive 3 square root of 2, 2 multiply 3, and the square root of 2 square root of 2 equal 2. Now collect the numbers together. You will find the answer square root of 15 minus 5, or you can write it negative 5 plus square root of 15, like this. In question, I'm still in exercise 6 star, page 359. Number 12. He said expand 5 minus 2 square root of 3 square. Expand your answer in the form of a plus b square root of 3. Okay? Here, I prefer the way to take the first square, the sign of the brackets to the middle term, to multiply second multiply first, and the second square with plus sign. Okay? It's up to you to make it like this in one step, or to split this brackets into 2 brackets, 1 brackets multiply itself, and start to make distribution. Finally collect the numbers and the sort together. You will get the answer 37 minus 20 square root of 3 as the problem asked. Find it as number, and number multiply square root. I have here number minus number multiply square root. You will say to me, teacher, but he asked here about plus or minus. No problem. Okay. In for question from 14 to 20, rationalize the denominator. Rationalize the denominator. Here I have the denominator 2 square root of 5. I multiply by square root of 5 up and down, not more. You will get it square root of 5 over 10, because 2 multiply 5, this 5 comes from square root of 5 times the square root of 5, like this. So this is the answer. Number 15, I have a square root of 6 down. So I multiply by 8 up and down. 12 multiply square root of 6 over square root of 6 times square root of 6 equals 6, and simplify, divided by 6 down, divided by 6 up. The final answer is 2 square root of 6. Number 16, we have just the square root of 6. I'll multiply by 8 up and down. So I'll take this square root of 6, open brackets, multiply it by 6 plus 2 square root of 6. And down, square root of 6 times itself equals 6. Okay? Now I'll make distribution. Square root of 6 times 6. Square root of 6 times 2, square root of 6. So 2, keep it 2, square root of 6 times square root of 6 equals 6. So you have 6 square root of 6 plus 12 over 6. Now I'll take common factor between 6 and 12, which is 6. Open brackets, 6 square root of 6 divided by 6 equals square root of 6. Plus 12 divided 6 equal 2. And the down is 6. You can cancel 6 with 6, give you 1. And what's left is square root of 6 plus 2. Very interesting problem. I want from you to solve them yourself. In question number 17, we have a square root of 112 over square root of 28. Okay, no problem. The same. I'll multiply by square root of 28 up and down. Here, I'll multiply the two numbers together. Will give me 3,136. And down, the square root of 28 by itself equal 28 only. Okay? The square root of 3136 is 56. Divided by 28, it will give you 2. In number 18, oh, attention, this is the last lesson we took it. I have down expression, so I'll multiply by expression, but change the sign. Here plus, here minus, up and down. And complete your answer, take 9, multiply, put them inside brackets. And the aim is to make down two brackets exactly the same, but one positive and one negative. So I'll take the square root of the first minus the square root of the second, and complete your answer to get this. Now, question number 19. In question number 19, the same idea. I have down in the denominator a square root of 11 minus square root of 7. So, in the beginning, I'll expand or simplify the two brackets, expand the two brackets. I have 4 minus square root of 2, 4 plus square root of 2. I'll use this property. It will be the first square minus the second square. So I have 4 square minus square root of 2 square. 4 square is 16. Square root of 2 square is 2, like this. So I have 16 minus 2 over square root of 11 minus square root of 7. I start to make expand like this. Maybe I can cancel something up with down. Now I consider it as a new problem. I have a denominator square root of 7 minus square root of 11 minus square root of 7. Multiply by 8, but plus, not minus. And complete as we used to do. 14, open brackets, square root of 11 plus square root of 7. Down, I have brackets positive and brackets negative, the same number. So I'll take the square root of first, which is 11, and square root of second, between them minus. Now solve before distribute. 11 minus 7 equal 4. We can divide by 2 up and 2 down. So down give me 2 and up give me 7. Now you can take 7 distributed by square root of 11 and 7 distributed by square root of 7. And the final answer will be like this. In question number 21, this is 21. In question number 21, we have a triangle. The two sides of triangle is 4 square root of 3, 3 square root of 3, and the hypotenuse is unknown. He asked to find the hypotenuse. As you know, according Pythagoras theorem, the hypotenuse square equal the first side square plus the second side square, like this. So, square of 4 is 16, square root 3 is 3, so 16 multiply 3. Square 3 is 9, square root 3 Square is 3, so 9 times 3. Now x square equals 16 times 3 equal 48. 9 times 3 equal 27. The answer is 75. But I don't want x square, I want x only. So I'll find the square root of 75. It will be square root of 25 times the square root of 3. That's to say 5 square root of 3. Please find the answer in the simplest form. And then he asked about the perimeter. A perimeter, add the three sides together. 4 square root of 3 plus 3 square root of 3 plus 5 square root of 3. I'll write the square root of 3 just one time and add 4 plus 3 plus 5. So the answer 12 square root of 3. Area of triangle is base multiply height divided by 2 or base multiply height multiply by half. It's up to you. Now I'll take the base 4 square root of 3 times 3 square root of 3, which is the height, divided by 2. Regular multiplication up, 4 times 3 equal 12. Square root of 3 times the square root of 3 equal 3. Now I have 12 multiply 3 divided by 2. 12 multiply 3 equal 36 divided by 2 equal 18. Okay, by this way I finished all things related to rational and irrational number. Thank you, best wishes.